Jessica Jones Season 1 was my favourite Marvel TV show. Handling highly provocative themes such as rape and sexual harassment, it perfectly encapsulated the Me Too and Time's Up movement way before either of those issues were at the forefront of the media. What the show demonstrated was a man that had manipulated women to carry out all of his desires, no matter how sick and twisted they were. He was unable to be stopped due to the power that he possessed, and the fact that Jessica managed to break free from his control symbolised the feminist movement as a whole and was a testament to her character. Krysten Ritter, who plays the titular hero, stated that real women come up to me on the street in tears because this is the first time that they felt represented by a lead. It made them feel so much better about their own traumas. This shows just how powerful the show is, and that at its core it follows the theme that women are just as strong as men, if not stronger, and don't deserve to be reduced to subservience in order to matter. Picking up on this theme is Jessica Jones Season 2. Now set in a time amongst a flurry of sexual misconduct allegations in Hollywood, its metaphors are a lot more prevalent. Throughout the season, Jessica is hounded by males in position of power. Her landlord hates her, her superintendent wants her evicted, and there's a monster stalking her every move. The show questions what does sexual assault mean and what does it do? Why does it leave the wrong person ashamed and everybody silent? A new villain who wants to take over a business states that he doesn't take no for an answer, to which Jessica replies, "How rapey," and this marks out new terrain. The show is saying that things that have always been said should now crash headlong into things that are never said, and it adds a breeding ground for discussion. It's very clear that the majority of the males in the JJ universe want women to be in second place, and this aesthetic is put in place early on by the fact that Jones's previous employer, the insidious Harper, played by Carrie-Anne Moss, comments on how society has always deemed her as pretty good for a girl. This speech is delivered during an award show that Harper helped to fund in order to gain the acclaimed main prize, and whilst it could be viewed as tactically shallow due to only being achieved through monetary means, it also confirms that Harper is able to operate with the same tactics that those who oppose her do in order to gain power, making her as equal as they are. Going on her own arc of self-destruction that somewhat mirrors Jessica's downfall, at Season 2's core is the motif that both characters are dealing with trauma. Jessica believed that killing Kilgrave would end her depression, however it didn't, and she must learn acceptance and growth from the fact that her past has made her as strong as she is. Jessica's adopted sister, Patsy, too symbolises the rise of power for women. Abused by a film director at 15, she is the closest symbol of the sexual harassment scandal that can be found in the show. Throughout Season 2, she comes to realise that she is not using her platform, Trish Talks, productively. The radio show becomes a place for the voiceless to gather and unites those without powers as one force. It stands true for feminism and depicts it as a movement that shouldn't be ignored. To me, this showcases the power of the media and demonstrates how it can either be used positively to empower or silence those that it sees as a threat. This show is a clear beacon for feminism, and it was released on International Women's Day. It's hard to ignore just how much social commentary that there is packed within the 13 episodes, and it would take hours for me to divulge on every single aspect. Jessica Jones Season 2 does an excellent job of exceeding all of the stereotypes that this is just another superhero show. Steeped in a wealth of metaphor and political symbolism, Jessica Jones remains one of the greatest comic book TV shows ever created, and definitely demands a second watch, especially in today's political climate. So thanks very much for taking the time to watch my video. It's always difficult dealing with such controversial themes as presented in the show, so I hope that I didn't cause any offence in the way that I presented my argument. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Season 2, so please leave a comment below telling me whether it lived up to your expectations, or if you feel disappointed in some way. If you're interested in comic books, then check out my interview with John Higgins, colorist of The Watchmen and The Killing Joke. Our chat was an in-depth look at a medium that is often overshadowed in comic books, and it provided a lot of intrigue to the work that John has been a part of. You can also subscribe to my channel by clicking my avatar. I produce videos analysing movies, TVs, games and comic books weekly, and there'll definitely be something on the channel that you like. Again, thanks for checking out my video and I'll see you next time. Take care, peace.